Carmichael Show late night, nothing but illustrious guests.
Damn right.
And the run keeps going. Mero,
right.
Who's in the bodega today?
The motherfucking God, star, stage, and screen, you know what I'm saying? Jerrod Carmichael in the house.
Star, stage, and screen is
You know what
such
I'm
a
saying?
classic intro.
But is it not true? Is it not true?
I mean, but I have to write this shit myself. Like,
No,
like
no.
starring.
We're giving you your accolades right now, man. You out here, you're doing specials. You're doing all types of you working, man. How you
I'm
feel? You're
working.
having your moment.
That's the thing that I would hear in a bodega.
What?
It's like some niggas like, man, you out here
Working.
You out here working.
No. I'll take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I'll try and be like you, black man.
Yeah. I can't call it.
Hey.
Shit, nigga, I'm just trying to
I'm
get
trying to get money like you,
baby.
Hey.
Let's get old and black. Like, I was gonna put this. I was gonna ash this.
Ash a lot. See, that's some Hollywood shit right there.
Yeah, it's wild. Are they, you know they're eliminating Newports, right?
They are.
Yes.
They
You
are.
heard about that?
That's racist. Have you ever smoked?
I smoke. I go through phases. I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker, but like socially for a couple weeks at a time, maybe
Got you.
once a year.
Like, I don't fuck you up? Cause
Yes. I smoked for a scene once, and then I have weak lungs or whatever, I guess, because I like vomited.
got the baby lungs.
Well, it was 100 degrees. I was shooting a scene in the valley. I decided the character smoked. Nobody told me that. This is
No,
all
you just
me.
added that?
I was like, yeah, no, he smokes. And so I'm like smoking, fucking losing it. I'm like vomited in the bathroom at an elementary school in between takes. Then had to go out and smoke again. Like it just like act like it's cool. It was torture. Yeah, that was a lot.
Socially smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, like every now and then, like, cause they look cool. Like my man, like was outside.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shout out to Will of God, yes.
He looked so cool. He had the apron on because he's a barber, and he had the cigarette. And usually I'd be like, "Don't smoke," but he looked
Because it's
good,
like,
and he had the
it's
gray
like
and the beard,
cancer
and it looked
or
incredible.
cool. And you know what? Cool wins out.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna go cool.
Yeah.
Go cool. Wasn't that a Newport ad in the back of a jet?
Like,
cool.
If you're gonna go
cool.
Yeah.
leave a cool corpse.
Shout out to like
Yo.
2 of my uncles.
Shout out
Oh
to
my
the
God.
cool cigarettes. Literally the cools with the K.
Cool, yeah. Cool with a K.
You ever
I
been to
think,
jail?
was
You
that
already know.
made specifically for black people?
Yes.
To call it cool is wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then
I'm gonna put this
you
down
about to
so
put it out
niggas
somewhere.
so niggas don't turn it off. Like I'm
You know what? Hold
subconscious
on.
about
Could
it.
someone grab the lollipop for him?
Niggas be like,
Oh.
this nigga just held a thing. It is a little disrespectful to just hold it while I'm
You got the
talking.
mic.
I don't
That
wanna
is
be
a get
rude.
money move. Cause think about it. Anyone in the hood and they came through getting with a lollipop.
Well,
that was a, they
toothpick or
was like,
some
"Hey,
shit.
what's up?
I
I'm taking
don't-
my money."
I also don't have a gun right now. So, like, I should have a gun. If I'm going to do that on camera, I
Yeah.
should also have a gun.
Yo, what's
And,
up?
like, yeah.
Listen, if you come through with a lollipop, a gun, and your arms exposed, I'm a little scared.
This is
got
not your
it.
block.
I
This
know
is
you
your
getting
bodega.
money.
These are the guns, I'm joking. I'm not that guy.
But you
got him.
did 23
Oh,
push-ups,
man.
though.
What's that?
You got 23
I
push-ups.
did 23 push-ups. Because if you're going to do this, like, you got to do 23.
You gotta do-
Like, just the Jordan amount.
Exactly.
I saw a tweet that really got me. It was like, at what age were you when you realized you won't be the next Michael Jordan? And I was like, oh, shit, it's hit me now, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't play
still held
basketball.
that whole-
I played for 1 quarter in 7th grade, and then I faked a knee injury and quit.
Bruh.
And I still, in the back of my mind,
You
thought
like, I
there
could
was
do
hope.
that.
Like, it was
I
like,
could do
yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm the next, like,
Do you ever watch basketball?
men
and you're
gotta
I could-
project
I could
on.
do what they're doing.
a little bit. Like, but I'm just like lanky and fast, and I got like, you know.
At least you still got
I
it.
got
Listen,
I got like Kenyan energy.
you got self-awareness because you came to that conclusion at a young age.
Yeah. No, I knew. I used to just go to games to look cool. I saw Diddy at a Knicks game once, and he had Fiji water, and I like went to Whole Foods. I was the only nigga in North Carolina with like a Fiji water that I recycle every game, mind you.
There you go.
But like, like tap water in a Fiji
different 'cause
bottle.
it's square.
But courtside, just like they're just trying to be,
Just trying to get
trying to
your Diddy
release
on.
my itty. Yeah, well, we're all trying to release our itty.
That's what we're all trying to be, man.
Yeah,
Diddy-
essentially.
is
Look
he
at the
not-
dollar bill confused, like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, just drink some
He's the
Molly water.
archetype for all of us.
Yeah.
So listen, you got so many stand-up specials, bro.
I got so many. I got 3. like,
Okay,
no,
good.
there are niggas
Okay,
that got
how many
so
do-
many. I got
How
like
many do we have? None.
None?
Yeah, but
So-
do you do
oh, sorry,
that?
I
You
got
don't even
3.
do that. Yeah. That's not what you do.
We're trying to get like you, bro.
Yeah.
What's it like? Well, how do you do it? Like,
How do you do it?
how do you do it? Like, no, seriously. Like, how do you go through the process of creating a stand-up special? Like, how do you be like, yo, this is gonna be like the topic for it, or I want to talk about these things in it, and how do you like figure out how you're gonna navigate from point to point?
It's all kind of different. Like this one came together probably from like December to February, and it was pretty quick. But I try and be really thoughtful about what it is that I'm saying and what we're capturing. As simple as that, right? So like, it's just making sure it has some type of urgency. We're talking about that backstage, just like. It's funny to call it backstage. We're in a bodega, like that was backstage.
Yo, we was behind the counter.
Yeah. Back where we keep the meat.
Yeah, back when but like it had an urgency to it. Like it's something that I'm still in many ways going through. So the art kind of creates itself.
Got you.
Yeah. So like I gave too heavy an answer.
It's
like let the
absorbing it.
Yeah, my man was just looking at me like,
yo.
Jesus.
You kept doing a leopard sweater vest and dropping knowledge. Shit.
It's the arms. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta work out.
Yo, we'll put the lotion on the arms.
What
You
are you
fucked
talking
me up.
about? What is your workout? What's y'all workout? Do y'all do?
So I was about to say, I started training recently because I was just like, bro, I went from like 220 to like 240. I was like, this is not healthy. I had to get right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I do like,
the COVID weight, the COVID.
Yeah. Do squats, just, dumbbells, weight.
What are you trying to, what do you want?
I want to look like I just did a 5-year jail sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Prison.
you want prison bulk.
Prison,
You
yeah,
want,
I mean, like,
defend
arms,
that
That
family.
big thing, that
But
Jesus
you got a
Christ
family,
shit.
so I respect.
No abs. I don't give a fuck about the abs. I want this and this, like right here. So when I come outside, I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yeah. Okay,
And when I talk to the
respect
kids,
that.
I'm like, yo, listen, stop throwing your brother in the pool.
But you don't see. I wouldn't like test you just at a park or nothing. Like already,
I
like you already.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that because
That's the nicest thing you can say to a nigga. I wouldn't.
That's a
test you.
broad compliment. No one's like, oh, you went to school?
Hey, bro.
Oh, you're a good husband? Like, nah,
Hey,
you
bro, I
ain't
was in the
pussy.
park. I don't know why we're in this part. What's your workout?
Oh, I have a Peloton.
Going to okay.
I got
That's
Peloton.
that's huge.
That's a workout.
That's
So we got
huge.
that.
How often you use it?
I need to get back on it.
Okay.
So, it's here.
I know, because this is the thing. So when I work out, I end it with that, right? With like 8 minutes on a bike or whatever, and like
a little cool down.
shot the J.
The problem
A
is,
little reflective.
the problem with the
moment.
Peloton is people can go on and see if you wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can't be lying out
People
here.
coming back and checking.
Yo, how many workouts you finished?
It will send you an email and be like, yo, you haven't been on in weeks. And you be
Oh, Peloton and your
Yeah.
shit like that.
Shaming motherfucker.
like, shaming you. So Ali loving all of y'all. I'll be
That's
back.
invasive.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's
I'm working on
invasive,
it,
bro. Like,
but-
send me birthday
So I don't even
reminders.
do it. I just
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
I just ride the shit, and I'm just like, start the timer, and I'll go. But after, man, I get off that motherfucker, and I'm just like, bro, this is the hardest part of the entire
The Peloton
workout.
part.
Dog, the cardio, like.
What other personal dreams do you want to fulfill? That you haven't done yet?
We can't.
I mean, clean
Let's go,
ones,
let's
like
go.
professional.
Nah, not even clean. We on Showtime.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do all my other like fucking in the stairwell. I could do that tonight. Like if I wanted to.
Wait, that's a personal.
never fucking
Wait, you haven't done that
Well,
yet?
I'm a little nervous because I like the idea of like showing off, but I'm also like, bro, like.
Bro, that's like regular New York City high school.
I know.
shit.
I follow all of those things on Twitter. Like
Yeah.
that's my like
Okay.
more shit I like.
Have you had sex on a rooftop in the projects?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm drawn to in the projects.
Yeah, Pebble Beach.
I'm drawn to it.
Pebble Beach, baby. You go to Rufus, man. Pebbles.
It's up there, man.
I would follow that Twitter account. Like sex on a rooftop in the project sounds like my porn fetish.
You type that shit into Pornhub.
Yeah,
like,
I'm personally not brave enough to go.
It's a rush.
Like,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no. I'm
Different
trying-
than the guy, because
I mean, it's the Bronx, though. It's the Bronx.
I'm like, I'm 3 p.m. on the 4-4 staircase.
No,
Like, yo,
it's so
wah,
cool.
wah,
I admire
wah.
people who like
What
porn,
a
like
Newport.
not to take this to a different place, but like porn, like people who like show their face in porn is like
That's
a
different.
level of like bravery I truly admire
Yeah.
and I aspire to.
I don't like amateur porn when they got ski masks on.
No. Like
I'm
don't
like,
like
what is
fully
this?
commit. Even
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this ain't Grand Theft Auto, man.
Or like when they do that weird thing where like you can't see the heads, it's like they're just zoomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though here's like devil's advocate, that's kind of hot too. Anyway,
Because you could place yourself there. To me, that's what porn is about. I'm like, I'm this
projection.
person.
do you like watch POV porn?
I'm this person.
Do you like POV porn where you're just like
I'm
you're
like-
it's like from
I'm like, what's hot? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's
Do you
front page?
choose? Do you choose dick based off ethnicity that matches yours?
If it looks like mine, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can picture myself.
Yeah.
I'm a visual guy.
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
like more. I like.
So if
this
it's
is
just
me.
like an Irish freckled dick, you're like,
Nah, this ain't
Can't
it.
get
No,
off
I'm like, no, next,
I
next.
respect
Page
that. Okay.
23.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
This isn't me.
Yeah, no, this is not me.
With all due respect, this isn't me, sir.
Yeah, sir. I don't have freckles on my dick. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, it's just brown and
No,
vague.
I get that.
And hopefully they are freckles, because sometimes,
Hello, if they're raised.
sometimes it looks like star-crossed. And you're like, hey,
we're
my man, get that
crossing-
checked out.
That we're crossing into PSA territory.
Talk about the movie. What is this?
On the count of three, it's two men who have one last day on Earth, and they try and fulfill all of their internal desires.
Damn.
Now,
So you took 24 hours to live and you turned it into a movie.
It's exciting.
Big nigga energy. Let's go.
Oh, it's not done.
Oh, I thought bro, I went into clip mode. You see me like lean forward, like so now I'm just like a lunatic. Just like,
don't worry, we edited it so no one looks wild.
Make me look at it. Bro, I did a joke on Ellen, they took that shit out.
What was the joke?
Why?
It's showtime, we can do it.
I always say, like, why would you take it, like, just...
Well, I mean, it requires context of whatever, and it's Freudian in nature, but
let's hear it.
It was me, the punchline, without context, so forgive me, was me realizing, like, how much, sexual desire is rooted in, like, everything from trauma to, childhood experiences and whatever, and I said I realized that if something on a guy doesn't remind me of my mother, I can't come. And that wasn't fit, and that wasn't fit for 2 p.m.
on
daytime television,
on broadcast
in between
television.
Between like some like
guessing the price of rice-a-roni
pill and like a tampon commercial.
Wait,
like,
please explain this. Please explain.
And I'm doing this joke, and like, by the way, silence. Like, it rightfully so. Like, the audience turned on me. Ellen was like, "Jesus Christ!" like boom mic. The boom mic guy. I swear to God, I saw the boom mic kind of slowly move away. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. I love doing the show. I should say that. It was great. They should have taken it out. It was wrong. But it's just like I've been trying to be as free as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even like backstage, I have to like take a moment before I walk out, because it's like telling the truth on camera is...
It's hard.
Well, it's an odd thing. It's an odd thing. And so I respect that. And so
how did you be able to be so candid and honest on camera? Because like the way you're comfortable just being you, like we have guests all the time, you can kind of tell they're not that, but you are just you. From when you walked in, you're the same person.
I don't want to waste time. Like, everything just feels like a waste if you're like lying. Lies beget lies, and you become mired in it. But like, just being that on camera is, I mean, some people are on IG Live doing it right now.
Right now.
And like, but it's easy to be inclined to perform, to try and represent yourself as best you can, and to protect yourself by all means. And so, like, one, I feel really comfortable in this space, like, and I've met you guys before, and you're like really great. And last time I was here, it was like you niggas had good auras. I remember saying that for the thing. Yeah, and I mean that. But I mean that it's a really good energy. So I'm thankful to be here. So it's easy to try and be truthful in this space, but yeah, for me at least, it requires a lot. Like, okay, like I'm not gonna lie on camera. That's why I do therapy. Therapy is
therapy.
But more for me specifically, it's an excuse not to lie.
Right.
Like, that's what I like, because I'm paying a man.
Exactly. So it makes no sense to lie to them.
Twice a week, like for like an hour and a half, I'm gonna lie to you. Like why would I do that? Like,
makes no sense.
I'm also just like
having my insurance copay my lies seems insane.
And you're telling me strategies based on lies?
Yeah.
And you gotta remember your lies from last session.
Yeah, exactly. So I try not to do that.
That's the thing, because I'm a lazy motherfucker. I just can't keep up with lies. You feel me? So I'm just like, I'm gonna just be this all the time.
This
is what you get.
Requires a lot.
Be honest.
I lived in that for a really long time, and it's easy to fall into that trap as an entertainer. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So in your special, you talked about your relationship with your mother.
Yeah.
That was deep. That was very relatable too.
It's been heavy. It's been a heavy cycle. I just texted her, I love you. I love you too, actually.
Yeah.
And she sent me a voice drop. It's so hard. If you're like, I was going through a period where I wasn't really, connecting with my family, just to rebuild my own self-esteem or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so it was like my first outward communication with my mom in a while. And it was nice. She sent me a voice note. If you're like avoiding your family, technology makes it very difficult. Like she like FaceTimed me during it. I was just like, the audacity.
And what's one thing you learned in therapy that you wish you knew before you were in therapy?
To not think like that exactly, right? In a way, right? Like, because there is no punishing myself for time, like all of those
For what
things
you didn't
happen.
know.
Yeah, for what you didn't know, and those things shape you and led me to the point that I am now to seek more. And I respect that I also have the time and luxury to even seek that. So that's another thing, right? But just to kind of free myself from the constraints of that type of thinking, I think like just time is hard. Time is crazy. You know, you can, at least me, I can feel the pressures of it and what I'm doing with it and what I'm making of my own time. So, you know, I have to kind of let that go and just be.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you're working on your craft and building it up and, you know, expanding and finding yourself and all this fly shit. You had a show on TV.
Now on Hulu. Now
you get residuals?
I'm P.T. Barnum. I don't know for sure. I'm certain I do, but I don't really.
Oh, good. You pay the man's money. What was that like?
Oh, it was great. That was a learning experiment because I feel,
that's what I was looking for. Was that a learning experience?
Well, it was, but I feel, you know, I now enough time has gone between making the Carmichael Show and now I can look back on it. I worked really, really hard to make it very specific. It was my life and my family, and I did very dangerous things with it. Like I think about like I killed my grandma. My grandmother took a pill and like died like on camera. I smoked a joint in a "The More You Know" PSA.
Right.
Like just really wild perspective, things that like I no comedies like even since I've seen done and
But you did it.
Yeah, no, but it was exciting. It was an experiment because I hear that a lot. Like artists will say the things that you can't do. Oh, you can't say this, you can't do that, and I never believe that.
Yeah.
I never believe that. And at my best, I believe my personal skill is that I have access to a lot of bravery, and so I did things that got me banned in certain markets, and you know, seemed to have happened quietly, but. I love that I did it, and I love the show. I think it's so funny. I think it's actually like a, dare I humbly say, like a top fiver, you know.
Say it with your chest. You gotta believe in yourself.
You know, humbly.
Listen, my brother, your chocolatey is getting hot in the studio. We gotta end the interview. I don't want you to melt.
Oh, my man.
Listen, everyone that comes in the studio is an illustrious guest
Yes,
and gets a neon sign.
Neon sign.
What would you like your neon sign to say?
Tell the truth. Everything else is a waste of time.
Bow! What?
Jerrod Carmichael in the building, friend of the brand, our guy. Thank you for that. Give it up for the homie.
Nigga, man. I love you, dog.
Yo, welcome to the official DESUS MERO YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to see some dope content that you can only get here.
Sit back, you know what I'm saying? Watch a video or 2 or 3 or 5, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. You can take your pants on or off.